Good morning. This is Sabarish, working as assistant professor in NPR College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss about properties of DFT. Already we have seen how to find the DFT and IDFT of the given signal. Now we are going to see about properties of DFT. We are having a number of properties like linearity, time shifting, scaling, circular frequency shift, circular time shift, like that. Now the first property is linearity property, right? So here we are going to consider two signals, x1 of n and x2 of n. The DFT of these signals are x1 of k and x2 of k respectively. Then a1 x1 of n plus a2 x2 of n. The DFT of a1 x1 of n plus a2 x2 of n is a1 x1 of k plus a2 x2 of k, where a1 and a2 are constants. Okay, so from this property what they are saying means x1 of n and x2 of n are two signals. If we can find the DFT of x1 of n and x2 of n separately. After that we will add the DFTs of x1 of n and x2 of n. Otherwise, first we add the signals x1 of n and x2 of n. After that we can find the DFT of addition of these signals. The both DFTs are same. Okay, this is called linearity property. Okay, so here we are considering two signals x1 of n and x2 of n. Then a1 x1 of n plus a2 x2 of n. The DFT of this signal is a1 x1 of k plus a2 x2 of k. This is the first property. And second one, periodicity. Already we know what is periodic signal. Okay, the thing is the signal will repeat after a particular time period. That is called periodic signal. For example, here we are considering x of n plus capital N is equal to x of n for all n. This is the condition for periodic signal in time domain. In frequency domain it is x of n plus k is equal to x of k for all k. Okay, here capital N is a number of samples in the signal. Okay, that is capital N. So we know DFT of x of n. Now we are going to see the proof of this property, that is periodicity property. DFT of x of n. First we can write the formula for DFT of x of n. Summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e power minus j 2 pi kn by capital N. Now we are going to find out the DFT of x of n plus capital N. Okay, so DFT of x of n plus capital N is equal to summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n plus 1 e power minus j 2 pi. We replace small n to n plus n. Okay, replacing small n by n plus capital N. So wherever we are having small n, apply n plus capital N. Okay, after that we are going to simplify this equation, that is summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n plus n is equal to x of n. This is the condition for x of n periodic signal. So we apply x of n plus n is equal to x of n. Here we are having e power minus j 2 pi into n plus capital N into k by capital N. We can write it as separately. So we will get e power minus j 2 pi nk by capital N and then e power minus j 2 pi capital Nk by capital N. Okay, we can cancel the n capital N numerator and denominator. So we will get e power minus j 2 pi k. Already we know e power minus j 2 pi is equal to cos 2 pi minus j sin 2 pi. The value is 1. So finally we will get only only summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e power minus j 2 pi kn by capital N. So this is the formula for x of k. So we can write it as x of n plus k is equal to x of k. This is the property for periodicity. Okay, so once again the periodicity property is x of n plus n is equal to x of n for all n in frequency domain it is x of n plus k is equal to x of k for all k. Second one is time shifting property. Okay, we know what is time shifting. We are going to shift the samples in the left side or right side. That is, we can delay the signal or advance the signal. Okay, so the first statement is x of n. The DFT of x of n is equal to x of k, and then we are going to find out the value for DFT of x of n minus n naught. Okay, so the DFT of x of n minus n naught is e power minus j2 pi k n naught by capital N into x of k. So we are going to see the proof of this signal. First we are going to write DFT of x of n. The formula is summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e power minus j2 pi k n by capital N. Okay, so now we are going to find out DFT of x of n minus n naught. So apply x of n. In this x of n, we are going to apply x of n minus n naught. So we will get summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n minus n naught e power minus j2 pi n k by capital N. Now we are going to apply n minus n naught is equal to m. N minus n naught is equal to m, and then small n will become m plus n naught. Okay, the small n will become m plus n naught. So apply these two things in the above equation. We will get summation m equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of m e power minus j into m plus n naught k by n. Okay, so we can separately write it as e power minus j2 pi km by capital N e power minus j2 pi kn naught by capital N, right? So finally it is e power minus j2 pi k n naught by capital N. We can write it as first, and then the thing is remaining thing is summation m is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of m e power minus j2 pi km by capital N. This is the formula for x of k. So the delayed signal x of n minus n naught, the DFT of this signal will become e power minus j2 pi k n naught by capital N into x of k. Third one we are going to see about circular convolution, right? Circular convolution, we are going to consider two signals. Okay, so if x1 of n, the DFT of x1 of n is x1 of k, and the DFT of x2 of n is x2 of k. Now we are going to convolute these two signals x1 of n and x2 of n. Okay, the DFT will become x1 of k into x2 of k, which means the circular convolution of these two signals in the time domain is equal to the multiplication of these two signals in the frequency domain. The statement is here x1 of n, x2 of n means that capital N, in between we are having capital N, which means it is circular convolution of x1 of n and x2 of n. This property states that multiplication of two DFTs is equal to circular convolution of their sequences in time domain. This is called circular convolution. Next one is circular time shift. Okay, the next property is circular time shift. The first statement is same, the DFT of x of n is equal to x of k. Now we are going to shift the signal by L samples. Okay, by L samples. So here it is circular time shift, so we are going to use mod n or x of n minus L capital N, like that we are going to represent here. So the DFT of x of n minus L capital N is x of k into e power minus j2 pi k L by capital N. Thus shifting of the sequence circularly by L samples is equivalent to multiplying its DFT by e power minus j2 pi kl by capital N. In the frequency domain, we multiplied the value x of k with the exponential sequence e power minus j2 pi kl by capital N. Next one is circular time shift. Okay, so before that, in the previous one we discussed about circular time shift. Here it is circular frequency shift. We are going to shift the signal in the frequency domain. So the first statement is same, that DFT of x of n is x of k. Then here we going to shift the signal in the frequency domain. So in the right side we are writing x of k minus L capital N. Okay, so in the time domain we are going to multiply x of n with e power j 2 pi ln by capital N. This is the equivalent form. So thus shifting this frequency components of DFT circularly is equivalent to multiplying the time domain by e power j 2 pi ln by capital N, and then multiplication of two sequences. The property states that the multiplication of two sequences in the time domain is equivalent to the multiplication of these two DFTs. Okay, x1 of n and x2 of n. We are considering x1 of n and x2 of n. The DFT of x1 of n and x2 of n is x1 of k and x2 of k. Okay, so the multiplication of these two signals x1 of n and x2 of n in the time domain is equivalent to the 1 by n into x1 of k into x2 of k. This means multiplication of two sequences in time domain results in circular convolution of their DFTs in frequency domain. Okay, the multiplication is, here we are considering it as circular convolution only. Okay, and then we are going to discuss about Parseval's theorem. Here we are going to consider two signals, same thing, x of n and y of n. Okay, x of n and y of n. The DFT of x of n is x of k and DFT of y of n is y of k. Okay, so here the statement is summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n y star of n is equal to 1 by n summation k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k y star of k. This is the statement for Parseval's theorem. Okay, so today we discussed about the properties of DFT. The first property is linearity property, the second one is periodicity, and third one is time shifting property, and then circular convolution, circular time shift, and then finally circular frequency shift, and then multiplication of two sequences, and finally we discussed about Parseval's theorem. Thank you.